Further ado, please welcome Balance Healing.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. We are Balance Healing. I am Brittany, Regis, and
DoMo, the jack of all trades.
And so today we want to talk to you a little bit of, well, first let's just introduce ourselves. So I'm Brittany, I'm a spiritual movement coach. I call myself a spiritual movement coach because I support people to see exactly where they are and where they want to be and coach them towards that. But everything I do is spiritual. Everything is spiritual anyway, but everything I work with them on is spiritual. The mental, the physical, the emotional, and the spiritual. I'm also a Reiki master, a yoga instructor, a womb steam practitioner, just an overall holistic healer. And Damo.
You sound like the Jill of all trades. Right? So I'm the jack of all trades, Damo. The reason why I call myself that is because I'm a musician, I'm a dancer, songwriter. On top of all that, I am a certified naturopath. So with that being said, what I do is I help people on their pathway to wellness through nutrition, through proper hydration, through exercising, through a lot of different healing modalities. So me and my queen, Brittany, we have our business, our company called Balance Healing, because I work with the masculine, she deals with the feminine. I deal with a lot of the science, she deals with a lot of the spiritual, as she said earlier. So today we have our presentation where we're going to be breaking down a lot of things on holistic health, right? So our goals for tonight, this evening, is basically to have you guys, the listeners, to obtain and retain some very important information and valuable information revolving around our hygiene, health, and nutrition. Also to have everyone that is present, watching, or listening right now to leave this presentation learning something new or something that they didn't know prior to this discussion. And also to end this presentation the same way we started, on a good, positive note. Right? We can do that? We can do that, family?
Yes. Also, I know that Yafumi gave us some little notebooks, right? Everyone still has their notebook? If you have questions, feel free to write them down. At the end, we'll do a Q&A so we can get some questions answered. Cool? So, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some of the things that I do. Overall, we want to talk to you about cleansing the body, and this is one of the services I do that helps to cleanse the body. So, as you can see in this picture, we have a sister in the herbal sauna. So, it basically, sauna therapy is an ancient method of detoxifying and healing the mind, body, and spirit. And so, the sauna works to increase the heart rate and the blood flow to the vital organs. And it allows for excretion of toxins from those organs as well as our largest organ, which is the skin. You know, we're sweating, the pores are open, we're sweating. So these saunas help to alleviate various medical conditions, anti-aging, hormone balancing, blood pressure reduction, cutting a cold or flu, especially like when I do the saunas, I put in herbs that are for particular ailments. Like, so if you know that your immune system's low, you've been sick, we'll put some immune boosting herbs into the sauna. And then relaxation, skin purification, even tumor and cyst reduction, especially if you use herbs that are great for reducing tumors and cysts. And of course, weight loss, because you sweat it, you know? So during the sessions, I choose the specific herbs. But I'm also guiding the people in the sauna to address and heal specific things. Because everything I do is transformational. We're not just going to do the physical. We always have to do those other components, the mental and emotional work too. So as the person is in the sauna, releasing toxins from their body, we're also identifying and pinpointing some beliefs and fears that are keeping you from where it is that you want to be. So, that's pretty much it for the herbal food sauna. And then we have the womb steam for the ladies. Whether you have your physical womb or not, you can still do womb steam. So womb steams bring heat to the womb and specific herbs that are used for different healing benefits. It works to nourish, tone, heal, bring in fresh oxygenated blood, tighten, lubricate, all those great things, and it promotes cleansing. So as you can see in the pictures, this is the equipment I personally use. So there's the chair that you sit on. We don't use that bucket. That bucket is for people who can't go to the bathroom on their own. But here we have the herbs, and creating this machine uses the herbs to create the steam. The steam goes up through this hole, so you're able to receive it. And as the person is sitting on the womb steam chair, we're not just doing the physical work. We're not just getting herbs to rejuvenate and tone and all those things. We're also connecting with our womb. So I guide the person through different exercises, journaling, really just connecting with their seat of power and having a womb conversation. I'm not sure how many people have had a womb conversation in their life, but I suggest every woman has one, because the womb has a perspective that is unbiased. But in general, with the physical effects, women have noticed that they're experiencing a significant reduction in pain, bloating, exhaustion associated with menstruation, a decreased menstruation flow. Sometimes, depending on what people eat, they might see a dark purple or brown blood at the onset of the menses, and we'll talk about food stuff later. Chronic vaginal and yeast infections, it supports with that. It helps to maintain a healthy odor, regulate menstrual cycles or absent menstrual cycles. Decrease the dryness that may occur, increase fertility if that's what you are desiring. There's herbs for that. Speed healing after you give birth. Could help with the system of healing of hemorrhoids, detoxifying the womb, removing the toxins, and release stored emotions and tap into energy that is vital to our creative potential. So, because all of that is stored in the womb. So many things that happen throughout our lives are stored in the womb. So we want to release that. But yeah, so that is the womb steam. And Damo will talk about fasting.
Yes, fasting. So, everybody in the room familiar with fasting?
No.
Good. Well, I'm going to break it down for you. Well, in layman's terms, basically willingly denying your body of nourishment from foods for a period of time, right? So with that being said, it's a mental decision as well. So you have to willingly choose not to actually consume food so you can receive that nourishment from it, right? So with that act, what happens? There's a lot of different things that happen when fasting, right? So something science already proves is that we have something called HGH, which is the human growth hormone. This is produced when fasting. It also speeds up your metabolism, which is due to you giving your digestive system a vacation, right? And you're not having to break down food. So when you think about that, you're not going to be consuming food, so your body won't be having to digest food. 65% of your body's energy goes to digesting food. So if you're not eating food, just imagine where that 65% of energy is going. Fasting is one of the best ways to actually cleanse and detox your body, because if prevention is the best thing, if you just don't put it in there, then it will basically break down the amount of time you have to have disease or anything pop up in your body because you're not putting it in there, right? So there's a lot of different kinds of fasting. You have intermittent fasting, you have water fasting, you have dry fasting, you have juice fasting. So what I'm going to be breaking down today is about more so intermittent fasting. Are we familiar? Is everybody familiar with intermittent fasting?
No. Intermittent fasting.
Intermittent fasting. So what that deals with, but also we don't just have to fast from food, right? There's a lot of different things you can fast from. Communication, social media, TV, not just food. So Brittany's going to break that down with the communication fasting.
Oh yeah, so that's something I like to do every once in a while, and especially like when we're going into a new year or a new time, or just we've been around a lot of people. I love communication fasting, where I actually do not talk. I text everyone like, listen, I'm not talking for a day or two. Like, don't, if you need me, sorry. You can text me and I might read it if I feel like I should. But anyways, during that time, it allows me to actually hear my own inner voice more clearly. I can, without the, like if I'm planning something, I won't have the outside influence of others. I won't be pulled to go help somebody. And luckily right now, like I don't have young children, but even when you do have children, just see if someone can like take your child for a day, just so you can like focus on you, replenish, and have a sound mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. True indeed, true indeed. Down here is a source where they speak about, I'm not sure if you guys can see it or take a picture. I don't want to get through this presentation, but this is a book, a study that they did, fasting and growth hormones and physiology back in 2015. But basically, this is a practice that all of our ancestors practiced, and you can see it in all the religious books and things of that nature. So it's something that we should be applying to our lives because, like I said, 65% of your energy goes to digesting food, right? So if you're not eating it, just imagine this is why your metabolism speeds up and you get a whole bunch of energy, right? And this is what we're going to be talking about, intermittent fasting, right? So this is the circadian rhythm. Circadian rhythm, assimilation, elimination, and elimination, right? So assimilation deals with nourishment. Elimination deals with digestion. Elimination is going to be dealing with waste, right? So first period of the circadian rhythm is the elimination period. Those is between the hours of 4 a.m. and 12 p.m. This is when your body is not going to be digesting any food. It doesn't digest food during this period because this is when the body is going to be cleansing and releasing toxins, right? This is the so what that means is when you wake up in the morning, right? You wake up with coals in your eye. You wake up with plaque on your tongue. You wake up perspiring. Men could wake up with a hard on, and women can wake up wet. We wake up with all these bad breath, morning breath. So these are all the signs that your body is showing you that your body is trying to get waste out. Hence the reason why they call the first food that they market to us to eat is breakfast, right? So they're marketing us to break our fast in the morning. And what are we putting in our bodies in the morning? Well, most of the time they market to us, the bacon, egg, and cheeses, and the cereal, and things of that nature. So that's just putting more waste in the body, right? On top of when your body is actually trying to get it out in the morning. So between these hours of 4 a.m. and 12 p.m. So the best thing to eat if you are going to be eating before 12 p.m. would be fruits. Reason why is because fruits are 80 to 90% water. They are hydrophilic. So when you bite into them, it skips the process of digestion. You don't have to necessarily use your teeth to break down fruit. So it's giving you energy and it skips the process of digestion. So it's actually going to be helping you get more energy for the next cycle. And here's a source down here in the book, Harvey and Marilyn Diamond, Fit for Life. I'm going to read through this one. So if a blood test was to be done, taken every 24 hours, it would show that the bloodstream is most heavily burdened with byproducts of metabolism during the hours of 4 a.m. and noon, indicating the stepped up elimination cycle because it is the blood that carries the waste material through the 4 channels of elimination: your bowels, your bladder, lungs, and your skin. Cool, right? So the next process of that circadian rhythm cycle would be elimination, right? Which is also sometimes called the appropriation period. This is going to be dealing with digestion. This is from the times of 12 noon to 8 p.m. Reason why is because at 12 noon, that is when the sun is at its highest peak, right? And this is going to be the time where most of us are out during our day, doing our daily work. If you're working now, you're outside, you're just outside in the sun doing most of the things because serotonin is in the atmosphere, not melatonin. So remember that. Serotonin is in the atmosphere, the sun is out, and this is when you're either eating your heaviest meal because you're actually working and the body is moving to actually digest that food. All right? So efficient digestion is done between this time because this is the best time to eat your heavily concentrated food. Metabolism is also raised and it's burning down and breaking down the food as well. Also, remember, if you're eating sun-based foods and alkaline foods, the sun will actually be sending out photons and your body will be receptive to light, and so will the food inside of you if you're eating those sun-based foods. So the sun is actually helping to cook the food inside of you as well. hate to use that word for lack of better words, it's basically helping to break down the food inside of you as well. This is why it's best to eat your heaviest meal in the elimination period. So next would be the assimilation period. Assimilation. Well, when we assimilate, what is going on? So between the hours of 8 p.m. and 4 a.m., 4 in the morning, this is the time of nourishment and rebuilding and healing. Our bodies is assimilating and absorbing the minerals and the nutrients from the food, and is then transported to our organs, tissues, blood, cells, bones, etc. Food should be eaten and digested early to allow the stomach to be empty as a preparation for this cycle. Nutrients are absorbed, toxins are getting ready to be released for the elimination cycle. What that means is between the hours of 8 p.m. and 4 a.m., right? The cells that are actually digesting food that was working from 12 noon to 8 p.m., they go dormant, right? So now at 8 p.m. to 4 a.m., your body is not digesting any food, right? So this is the period where it's only going to be absorbing minerals and nutrients from the food that you ate during the process where it's actually digesting the food, right? This is a circadian rhythm. Now, the reason why we use these 24 hours a day, you divide that by 3, you get 8 hour periods, because if you live in central time, anywhere you go, because the time can differentiate. But circadian rhythm, this is just dealing with the sun. You eat when the sun is up at its highest peak. When it's gone, when it sets, most of the time it's going to be set by 8 p.m. You're not eating, because melatonin is now in the atmosphere, right? And like I said before, those cells go dormant, so they're not breaking down any food. This is the reason why you might wake up in the morning and have that morning breath, because if you did eat at midnight, 2, 1 in the morning, that food is just sitting in your stomach and it's fermenting, it's rotting. So then you wake up in the morning and have that breath, because the body didn't digest any of it and didn't do anything with the food. So all these things we have to take into consideration. We should take into consideration and start applying it so we can basically see the benefits of it. Now, everybody here goes to the bathroom, right? So this is where the presentation is going to shift a little bit into body mechanics. So, are we going to the bathroom correctly? I know this is one thing that we do every day. We potty train, we teach our children this, and so we're going to break this down, because let me ask anybody in the room. Does anybody want to guess or think they know what was the natural way of going to the bathroom?
Put a stool under your feet and you're sitting with your feet.
And when you're like that, what position is that called?
Squat.
Can we say it again louder? Who said that? Squat. There we go. So you're squatting. Let's look at it. Now there's a reason why, because some people do know this, but there's a scientific reason as well why this is natural for you to be going to the bathroom like this. And don't quote me on the date, but I want to say somewhere in the early 1800s, or I want to say 19, they created the toilet. So long story short, the toilet was a creation, but before, our ancestors have been here for thousands of years. So how are we going to the bathroom then, right? So when you look at this image here, you'll see the body squatting. But check this out. The spine is actually, when you're like this, it's aligned with your rectum. So when you have waist down here, you're going to be using the natural force of gravity and oxygen. You're breathing to allow the waste to come out properly, instead of sitting in an L-like shape, right? And then you have the case where your puborectalis muscle is being contracted here, and it's basically bending against the rectum. So when the rectum is trying to come out, and this is the anal canal, when you sit in an L shape, this is what happens. And also, if we're not eating, plant-based or alkaline or, natural foods, most of that food is going to be hard to break down inside of the intestinal walls anyway. So once it gets to the rectum, most of the time people are pushing it out. And this is how you get hemorrhoids. This is how I have a lot of prostate issues and things of that nature, just from not going to the bathroom properly, because the waist is sitting here and then the anal canal is being bent. So when you sit in a squatting like shape, you'll see that it relaxes the muscle and allows the waste to come out properly. And you're also squatting. Same way when women are having a natural birth, right? They're sitting inside of either having a water birth or anything. They're allowing gravity to let the baby come out and things of that nature instead of laying on your back. Sorry, back's not fall. You know, so that's where. So this is, and also, like the sister said back there, they already have a item out here for people to purchase. So they're monetizing off of this already. They're like, okay, cool. Y'all want to use toilets? All right, cool. Y'all can buy this. Squatty potty. Mm-hmm. Humans have squatted for millennia until the invention of the modern toilet. This is on their marketing stuff. So the point is that we know this because our ancestors practiced this stuff. So we just got to get back into our roots and understand it. So like you said, if you don't have this or don't want to purchase this, you can put a stool under there and things of that nature. Oh, do it when you can. But boxes, whatever you can. But now you see the scientific reason why, and if those things happen, because most of us are walking around constipated. If you don't go to the bathroom every day, that's constipation. You know, because if you eat 3 meals a day, you should go to the bathroom at least 3 to 4 times a day, and it should be coming out. You know, you have to get it better out than in. You know, if you was to clog up the muffler of a car with a banana, the car is going to get but a mile or two because the waste is not coming out. So think of us being clogged up, and the waste, your body is smart, so it's going to try to find other ways to get it out. So it's going to get it out through your skin, it's going to get it out through phlegm or mucus, and certain other ways. It's going to get it out through inflammation. It's going to get it out through however it has to get it out, because it's not coming out through the digestive system. It's not coming through your intestinal walls. Your intestines is not absorbing the nutrients, so the waste is just sitting there. So this goes with all the food that we're eating. The starch converts into sugar inside of the body, right? So this is why a lot of people that become vegan, and most of the time they're starchitarians, what I like to tell people, because if you continue to eat starch a lot, what is going to happen is carbonic acid is going to basically ferment, and it's going to turn into sugar in the body, right? And also it's turned into a glue-like substance, which actually clogs up the intestinal walls. You have these little microorganisms inside of your intestinal walls called villi. These villi spin, and when the blood is flowing and the food is going down there, it is catching those minerals. So when you think of putting Elmer's glue inside of your body, all of that is clogged up. So you could be eating good, right? But your body's not absorbing any of it. So it's just going in and it's trying to find the way out. So knowing all of this stuff, you know, we just try to, you know, apply the information the best way we could, and we'll see those benefits. So I know I could be very long-winded, so that's why I went to the next slide. Sorry. On my website, our website, we have herbal cleanses. We have herbal cleanses for every bodily system, from the brain and endocrine system, to the respiratory system, to your lymphatic system, to your circulatory system, which is your cardiovascular system, to your digestive system, to your excretory system, to the bone and skeletal and muscular system, to your reproductive system, meridian system, and integumentary system. Every system, because we all need cleansing, we all need healing. These are how they look, and I sell them as, they come as tea bags, you know, something real simple. Herbs, it's a concoction of herbs, things of that nature, and you can also get certain meal plans and things of that nature with it. And don't forget, let's network after this, family. This is our Facebook, this is our Instagram, this is our YouTube, these are our websites, and make sure you get a shot of that when you can. You know, balanced healing, masculine and feminine, and peace and love. But this is the Q&A part. You know, I just wanted to get that part out of the way, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be answering. Well, let me stop talking. Sorry.
Does anyone have any questions? Yeah.
Repeat the 3 eliminations.
Elimination,
Assimilation,
and elimination.
assimilation, and elimination. ALIE. That is also known as the appropriation period. That is the period when you are eating food when the body should be
Put it
eating
back,
food.
please.
Oh, there we go.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Did you like it?
Oh, you got this one already?
No.
He wants to go to the.
The social media? Okay. One.